The Biafrans have rained fire and brimstone on Anambra State Senator Victor Umeh for saying that Igbos can no longer secede from Nigeria. Of course, these have generated so much reactions, anger, and pain in the hearts of Biafrans, describing him as a Nigerian puppet, a boy to the Fulanese, that despite the killings, the subjugation of his people, he is only interested in his political interests and what he stands to gain, even if that means betraying his own people. And these have generated several reactions. How could Victor Umeh dare to make such assertions? While some have said that he is merely expressing his own opinion based on the limited knowledge or understanding. And some argue that Anambra people has been the problem of Biafra since ab initio. And this is quite unfortunate that Senator Victor Umeh, reacting to prompt summon of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra by the recused Binta Nyako. Of course, he is saying that Igbos will no longer secede from Nigeria. Whatever might be his reasons or positions is best known to him, but there have been several reactions regarding this development. Some said that is his personal opinion, and that does not hold as far as the Biafran people and Igbos in generality is concerned. And some said he has lost his Biafran identity and is being regarded as a Fulani puppet of one Nigeria. And he had not been able to solve the problems of his immediate community and people who are wallowing in abject poverty, pain, insecurity, and the rest of them. This is quite unfortunate with the level of decadence, moral decadence, killings, kidnapping in the same Anambra today has become a theater of war where impunity reigns. The likes of Victor Umeh, of course, has not done anything to lift or alleviate the sufferings of the people. Now, reacting to this, millions of Biafrans are saying he is talking about his own family and nothing else. This is quite unfortunate. And he went further to say, this is the same man, Victor Umeh, who was celebrating the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it won't be a surprise to the Biafrans if he still maintained that position. Because after the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, those Eastern politicians were celebrating. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, renditions to Nigeria to face trial, which Nigeria has lost the legal rights or jurisdiction to try. These are people who call themselves lawmakers, who unfortunately have seen the level of injustice against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and could not ask questions, could not call the appropriate bodies to question. So why should you be prejudicial? Why should you be partial in your dispensation of justice? The like of Victor Umeh have never done that. I begin to imagine what kind of lawmaker he is. What kind of law is he making? People who should be the custodians of the law, unfortunately, are breaking the law. They don't even know the law. Just as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cited before the public domain. If you know the law and you do not do the law, the Bible says that he who knows what is right and refuses to do it is a fool. Nothing short of that. You know what is right and you fail to do it. It is quite frustrating, honestly, for people. Or it is not a surprise because they have become the gross beneficiaries of this flag system. They are cashing out and not minding the pains and agony their own people are being subjected to. Well, how long will this continue? Of course, has become the endless questions. Someone said that this is why this kind of men could not be part of the Biafran configuration or the Biafran government. Because if they have betrayed the cause of justice, when they have opportunities to speak out, to defend humanity, to defend human dignity and the fundamental right and the rule of law, unfortunately, majority of them are keeping mutes. They are silent. You say you are representing the people of Anambra State. But ever since the killings and the political rivals, killings from all fronts is happening, nobody has come to hear the voice of Victor Umeh condemning such dastard acts and the rest of them, calling or holding brief for the people, speaking against that. The Anambra people has been crying, shouting, angry with Soludo for the continued killing and massacre, abduction, kidnapping, killing of the kidnapped victims and the rest of them. It had gotten to the point that even those in the place occupies the seat of power, just like a member of the Anambra State Assembly was also kidnapped and eventually killed. Of course, his decaying remains was found by the roadside after a month plus. So the government has really failed to protect the lives of the citizens and to fight in defense of the people, just because of the likes of Victor Umeh and the rest of them who could not speak out for obvious reasons, and it is quite unfortunate. And someone said, Anambra is one of the biggest problems we have in Biafra. Well, he might also be expressing his own opinion regarding this development. Not all Anambras are the problems, of course, are being mischievous in this respect, but perhaps he is citing his own argument based on his personal experience or what have transpired in the most recent times. It's quite very disturbing that people, just like P2B, who believes in one Nigeria, that have robbed him of his right, of his dignity, of his rights of pursuing his own happiness and aspirations. He won the previous election and eventually was not given to him. And they have not learned lesson either. They have not learned lesson. The same way Victor Umeh, who claims to be a lawmaker, could have such audacity to say that Igbos can no longer succeed. Who makes him the spokesman of the Igbos? Or Onune Kuribo, as my people will say? Who made him the voice of the Igbos? It's quite unfortunate. This is quite mischievous. Of course, he's receiving the blast from the passion from the public and the rest of them. It is quite very disturbing, but whatever be the case, we will continue to have reactions from the public regarding this matter. Some said, what a shame, what a shame. You cannot continue. He said, I know he's typing, okay, Victor Umeh is nobody to reckon with. It's not a force to reckon with when it comes to the Eastern politics. And of course, the issue of Biafra. So he's a nobody, perhaps seeking for relevance and attention. Whatever be the case, this is quite interesting. Honestly, some people have said it. Of course, it's not the first to toe that path or that lane. Zeke did it. He preferred the unity of one Nigeria that had not worked, which he described as broken bottle has no equatorism. That unfortunately he regretted whatever effort he has made to keep Nigeria one before he's dead. And today, where is he? Where, of course, what could he be remembered for? That is quite unfortunate. He said this kind of lunatics are not supposed to be moving freely in Biafra land. Somebody described it as lunatic opinion. That is his opinion. Meanwhile, of course, somebody should remind him that Biafran has casted their votes, and over 50 or 95.9% of Biafrans has voted to exit Biafra. So what difference does his statement make, if not to pacify or please those his taskmasters? And we are now on the face of defending our territory. So shame on the whatever he called it, idiotic slave and the rest of them. Well, I wouldn't want to insult the personality of anyone, but then reacting to this development, he calls for people's reaction because it is their own opinion as well. And when the majority are against such narratives, it means there is something fundamentally wrong. He is wearing, he says he's wearing condom in his head, of course, based on the, well, let's have your own reactions with this development. 95.9% or more of the Biafran people, not just the Igbos, have voted yes for the exit from Nigeria. So Victor Umeh has only one vote. If that becomes necessary, that he must participate or given opportunity to decide whether the Igbos will remain in Nigeria or not. If 95% have voted yes, then it's inconsequential. The majority carries the vote. Perhaps it's time to defend his own, of course, pay slip as they continue to exploit the Nigerian populace. It's quite shameless, people everywhere. We must, of course, and they must pay for their evil. This is reactions and upon reactions and upon reactions. But Victor Umeh has no right, by my own opinion, to voice out or speak on behalf of the Igbos. We have people who will speak for the Igbos. The likes of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who have enjoyed the goodwill of the people, who have enjoyed the support, who have enjoyed the commendations of the people, because people have seen that he is really fighting for their own freedom, for their own welfare, and that of their posterity. Who knows Victor Umeh within his own constituency? What impact has he made? Of course, look at how Anambra is today. Indebted to the tune of running in billions, several hundreds of billions. Being plunged into chaos, anarchy, killings, and all that. Robbing and the rest of them. So what difference has Victor Umeh if he cannot impart, if his presence cannot be felt in just within Anambra State? What impact did he think he can make in the entire Igbo land, let alone, of course, the entire eastern region or the defunct Biafran territory? So Victor Umeh should go and, of course, have a rest and listen to the people's reaction over his purported statement. Whatever be the case, it is quite interesting. Let's have your own reactions regarding this development. Of course, it's becoming more interesting as the day goes by. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have made his position known, and perhaps this have sent a very serious signal defining his position that it is his right, of which Victor Umeh, if he claims to be a lawmaker, would understand as well. If you understand the basic principles of fundamental rights enshrined in the United Nations Charter on Human Rights and, of course, the right to self-determination, will be able to tell himself the truth. That of the truth, they have the right protected under the law. So let's have your own take regarding this development and what you think could be the way forward.